The next part will be the backpack and the shield of the 00 QanT. And before we proceed, I did a little preparing here, like this part here, which I guess is the GN drive of some sort. I put the sticker on this end and this end and covered up the plastic part here. That was one. And then the other one is for this one as well. But this didn't come with any stickers, just two clear parts that goes either end. We'll get to those in a moment. So first things first, we take this part here, and then this part, and supposedly we do that, then we do that, and there's supposed to be notches there that holds that into place, I guess. Supposedly hold it into place, but I don't see it sticking there. I guess you have to hold it there with friction. But then with this, you take this part. Oh, I see. Sorry, didn't see this properly. So you put this on, but then you flip it down like so. Then these two parts, this one goes into here on this little railing type setup. And you put this through here like so. Well, I guess it locks into place like that. And then and then of course there's this part that goes here. I don't think you can flip this out. That's as far as I go with this. So this goes on the back, followed by the GN drive, which I guess you connect it like so here. Could be wrong. I'll figure it out in the manual once we put it on. But this part is done. So this part is done. Oh, then of course this thing can turn up and down, only a tad, only a little bit. Once that's done, we move on to this. Open this up, make sure it's in this position, then we take this tubing type thing, put it in like that, and we take this, stick that here like so, close it up, there we go. So this part is done while it's sticking this way. Some parts I prepared ahead of time, like this, which has these two little notches that go left and right. I had to put these on because, again, all these small parts, I didn't want to lose them. So with this position, put that here, like so. Then that one here, like so. I don't know if it has to be like that. Oh yeah, it has to be like that because I'm looking at the manual. Like that. Then we have these little parts. And first thing you want to take is this. And this little part. There's a little notch there. And if I'm reading it right, it has to go through that here. And then take this. Slide it in like that. There we go. So it snaps into place like so. Let's repeat that on the other end. So like that. Put that in like so. There we go. It snaps into place. Alright. Then going back to this part. We're looking at the manual, this little gap there has to go through here first. And then you launch this part through there. Ooh. I have a feeling this thing's going to get stuck. Oh, wow, really? So they're not the same. They're okay. I thought they were unique, but they're not. Alright, fair enough. So that's done. So this completes this setup rig type thing. Now, we have this part. Oh, let's use the bottom one first. So that goes through here. There are little guide holes there. Guide little pegs. Make sure it goes in all the way. Then we take this. And that seals this up. Alright. Then we have this, followed by this guy. I had to paint both sides because of, obviously because of the trim. Little detail trim parts there. And we have that goes here. That looks nice. And then this one snaps into place here. Okay. And then we have this part. This one goes there. This one connects to that. And then that one connects to that. There we go. And oh. Whoops. Somebody dinged me. So yeah, that's how the shield will look like, obviously, on the 00 QanT when it's bending and turning and whatever. Not too much though. So that completes the shield. Let's now move on to the last part of this build. So the final things we're going to be building will be the weapon set and the GN bits, I guess, or GN funnels of the 00 QanT. And we're going to begin with this guy right here, which I'm going to remove the hand that I already put on this before. Just want to gain access to this first. And pretty much we take this little guy here, clip it on there, then the big part here. Well, before I put this one on, there's this little nut, this little thing here that goes here, which is good to connect to the arm. It's like something to stabilize it. And you supposedly click it in through here, and there's a little slider thing on it to open and close. This can be turned into a beam weapon by putting this here. And then putting these two parts here. Like that. Or taking that out. Actually, no, you don't have to take it out. You could just turn it. And then you'd have, and then bring this down like that. Now it's a sword. Let's put this on. There we go. We'll keep it in sword mode for now. Now the bits. I'll put this one in here. Followed by this. So you have that, which can be used as blades or, you know, knives. Okay, so that was for the medium ones. Now for the smaller ones. Did that go through over there? Guess so. Yeah, I guess you have to wait until you hear it snapping there. That doesn't sound like a snap. Oh, almost did. Alright, let's go into the impression that's in there. Leave it like that for now. Alright, that snapped into place. So these are done. Then we have this one here. One of the charcoal parts that's on this, which I'm about to show you right now, this one I didn't paint. I thought I painted it, but it must have fell, and then I found it, and I was like, ah, but no big deal. I'd rather have the part not painted than lost, if you know what I mean. Alright, so that completes that. And then, of course, the remaining little parts here is for the armor that goes on the hands. Whether I'm going to use these hands or not, I don't know. Oh, that one goes there. And this one does not go there, but this one goes here. What was this on? What was this for? Probably for the other hand, like the open hand. I have the other one here, so let me just... Yeah. Oh, that was for the fist. Now I know which one it is. I guess. Why doesn't this... There we go. Yeah, these for the other hands, for the closed hands, and for the fist. But I'm not going to use those. Alright, so all these are done. Let's put together the kit and see how it finally looks.